Now, coming to the main discussion, once you visualize all the gurus in front of you, before you make prostration, you know, refuge is most important part of our practice, and it is in fact the first step to liberation. There is a saying, if you follow Buddha Dharma or three roots, you will be free from danger externally and internally. When we relate to danger, many times we always relate externally, and many times we believe problem, suffering that we face in our life is due to evil forces, evil beings, or many times we blame someone else. Someone has cursed me, so I'm in great pain. Especially in Southeast Asia, you know, you always believe in black magic all the time. So yeah, possible sometimes it's due to all this reason, but many times it's due to our own wrongdoing, due to our poison inside our heart, and that is the source of our pain, such as anger, jealousy, hatred, and so forth. You know, as long as the source of the suffering is inside you, one cannot expect to be happy at all. You know, for instance, like Sahara said one time, if you sleep with a snake, do you think you will be comfortable? Suppose if you sleep with python, you know, there will be always fear that the python may swallow me, you know. So there's a constant fear. There's no happiness. A moment of happiness is not there at all. Similarly, as long as this poison, and especially I find among our Dharma friends, among all of us, you know, jealousy is the main poison that is inside, that is with us, makes us very uncomfortable, very unhappy, and many times we are unhappy due to jealousy. So as long as all this poison is within you, you cannot be happy. So we take refuge, we ask for blessing from three jewel or three root, mainly to eradicate all these poisons, not to harm others, you know, not to get rid of all other people, all your enemy, but mainly to drive away our poison that we, you know, inherited for many lifetimes. So once you visualize the refuge tree, and you know the reason why we must take refuge and why we must recite refuge prayer. When you begin with the refuge recitation, always the case, you know, the right mother, father is on the right side, mother on the left side, and the reason why you're making refuge recitation is whatever your act is. The act will bring realization or liberation, and that is the purpose. Yeah, and with the parents and all other sentient beings, including your worst enemies, then you recite this refuge prayer, and then you need to make a prostration. And I have marked, Lama Jimmy knows which part you need to recite. Okay. Anyway, when you begin with the recitation of refuge, I will just read. Okay. I and all other sentient beings who have been my mothers as limitless as space take refuge in the Guru, I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. So this part you need to recite 3 times. If possible, make sure that you should fold your 2 hands, place close to your heart, okay? And the shape of your mudra should be like a lotus bud, There is something to offer, okay? And once you recite 3 times, the second part of the recitation again is also refuge. I take refuge in the 3, the Lord Guru, the Yidam Dakinis. I take refuge in the 3, the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. And this 2 sentences you have to recite 3 times. And finally, there's another refuge recitation. I take refuge in the Guru, the 3 precious jewels, the Yidam, the Dakinis, and the Dhammapalas. Now, these are all different part of refuge recitation. The number that you need to count, suppose you are making 10,000 recitation, is the middle one. I take refuge in the three, the Lord Guru, the Yidam Dakinis. I take refuge in the three, the Buddha, Dharmasada. So these sentences, these two sentences are the one that you need to recite 10,000 times. If, of course, best, the best it will be like 100,000, and 10,000 is like covering your miscalculation. You know, sometimes you may count 1, 2, 5, 20, 30. You know, when you are tired, you may count 100. And then what happens? You know, the more tired you get, the more number you count. You know? So to cover that numbers, you know, there's a 10,000 to replace your missing numbers. Yeah. But now, as I just mentioned earlier, you come in 10,000. Okay, 10,000. If I say 100,000, I think I have to come back next slide again. So I think I will just request all of you to start with 10,000. And when you finish 10,000, then you do the second part, which is Vajrasattva, third part, fourth part. And when you complete all four foundation, then in near future, when you have a suitable time, maybe you may do it in Jakarta, or you may go to Nepal or Sikkim or wherever you find comfortable, and you spend few months, and you try to complete the whole requirement numbers. Okay, for time being, just 10,000.